Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. It's vlog number 85. Today's video is starting off at 10:43 a.m. And what I'm doing is just having a bit of a lay down, having a bit of a rest. I've been up since 2 a.m. today. Okay, so it's 13 minutes to 5 o'clock is when I have the viewing on the house. No one's showed up yet. I'm really nervous. I've been worrying about it all day long. And I don't know what to do to relieve my anxiety. Oh wow, it's just been and gone. That was so short and easy. There's no effort at all. I have no idea what I was worried about. They were super polite. I can't believe I've been worrying about that all day. Now that it's been and it was that easy, it doesn't even make any sense. Anyway, I was basically just asleep before my alarm went off at 4:30 for that. So maybe I'll go back to sleep now. I don't know. Just woke up. It's 11:30 p.m. I feel sick again, to be honest, and have anxiety again. Thinking about moving, selling the house, just worrying about it. What if it doesn't work out? What if I end up spending all the money too quickly? So, the person that attended the viewing has left some feedback via the website, and the feedback that they've given is 5 out of 5 for all categories: presentation, suitability, price. All 5 out of 5. So we'll see if they make an offer or not. Anyway, so I'm up now, 11:30. A silly time to be waking up, but it is what it is. I just fall asleep whenever I fall asleep now. I'm not going to worry about it, Everything's fine now. That's all that really matters. It's just right now. As long as everything's okay, that's okay. And it's all going to be okay in the future. I don't know what I'm going to do. But I trust it's going to be alright. I guess I'm going to be in the same position as a lot of other people by no longer owning my own house. But I don't know how long that'll be for. Maybe I'll buy another one. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm just going to keep living day to day, not thinking too much about anything. Just focusing on making this vlog and doing whatever I feel like doing whenever I feel like doing it. That's my only plan. I think it'll work out. I have anxiety when I start thinking about it. It's usually when I first wake up in the morning. First thing I start thinking about is like, oh, is this a good idea? But it's okay. I'm going along with it. I believe it's for good reason. Anyway, now I'm awake. What am I going to do now? Just been sitting here for a bit, waiting for the feeling of sickness to go. Quite often wake up feeling a bit sick and nauseous. Not always, but quite often. And then, what am I going to do? Well, I'm just sitting here just scrolling on YouTube at the moment. I've had a look at my emails. Saw that feedback from the viewer. And I don't know. I've not got much to say really to the vlog. I'm a bit tired. I took a morning walk to Costa Coffee down the canal yesterday, and that was pretty good. I may do that again today. We'll see what happens when it gets to around 6 a.m. when it first starts to get light. I'm not sure what time that Costa Coffee will open. It's probably about then. I'm trying to think of things to do for the video, but I don't really think I need to do anything really. If I have no ideas, if I can't think of anything to do for it, then I don't need to say anything or do anything. I haven't eaten anything all day today, apart from a bag of crisps this morning. Oh, sorry, and I had 2 sandwiches. What I should say is it's almost midnight and I haven't eaten anything since about 8 a.m. this morning. I think I've just realised what I should start doing is I should start watching my own videos. Then I can actually think about what's good about them and what could be improved and what I could actually do to improve it. Or else I need to start asking some other people for some feedback on that. I don't think I actually even want to watch my own videos. I don't know what would make me want to watch my own video. just thinking about things that I can do to make it better, really, if anything. I'm not sure if there really is anything. I think I'm just going to carry on doing it the way I'm doing it. And if it's not very good, then it's not very good. And that's just the way it is. Eventually, it's got to get good. If I spend enough time making videos, eventually they'll be good, right? I think that makes sense. Makes sense to me. So even if they're not very good for a very long time, with enough experience, they must get better. But I wonder if I have to start watching them in order for them to get better. I just watch them at the end of the day. Well, not at the end of the day. I just watch them when I finish them. Even then, I don't even watch them all the time. But maybe I don't need to watch them. I mean, or maybe I'll watch them in like 5 years or 10 years or whatever. I don't necessarily want to watch them right now. I like to make them right now. But I don't feel like they're necessarily for me to watch. But then I don't know whether they're getting better or not because I'm not paying any attention to them. But that's okay with me. The process of how I'm making these is, it's alright with me. And so it's alright. Still tired. I don't really feel like doing anything. I keep thinking I should eat something because it's been such a long time since I've eaten anything, but I'm not hungry, you know? It's hard for me to want to eat something when I'm not hungry. But I'm thinking I did buy bacon and it's just out on the side. I don't know how long I can really leave that there before it's not fit for consumption. So I should probably get around to eating that soon. Maybe I'll just make it now and I'll see if I want to eat it or not. If I don't want to eat it, it's not such a big deal. Yeah, you know what, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cook some food for the sake of cooking the food because it's there. Once I've cooked it, then the thought of cooking it can stop driving me crazy because I don't have to think about it. So what I'm going to cook is this bacon. I'm going to use that up. Smoky bacon, smoked rindless back bacon. I've got 2 small packs instead of getting 1 big one. So, I'm just going to chuck it all in. Oh, there's only 4 slices in here. I could probably get all 8 in the pan. Oh, come on. Just going to shove them all in because I've not got a fridge, so I've got to use this bacon up. Right, there we go. I've also got is eggs and cheese. So I might make those, well, obviously I'll definitely make them eventually. I'll eat all this bacon first. Gonna put some toast in. And I basically just walk away for like a few minutes, leave it until it gets a good cook on one side. And then I go back, flip it over. Okay, I might have to go put this camera on charge again for a bit. It's got 23%. Actually, you know what? I'll keep it with me for a bit while I'm cooking this bacon. Starting to smell pretty good. I figured out what happens sometimes is I think I'm not hungry, so I don't start cooking anything because I don't think I'm hungry. But then, if I start cooking, then suddenly I realise I'm hungry because I can smell the food. I don't have set meal times, so I don't just cook out of habit. I usually only cook if I'm hungry, but maybe I should start cooking even if I'm not hungry more often, so that I remember to eat. Otherwise I don't eat for long periods of time sometimes. That was some good bacon. It's nearly 2 AM now. I might try and go back to sleep for a bit. Still feel sick. I don't know what to do. I don't really know what I like anymore. Maybe if I do this, I'll feel better. I don't know what to do. Don't like it. Don't like it. What I should do is nothing. And then when I do nothing, I'll feel better. It's too cold in here, even though I've got the heat on. The radiator doesn't get hot at the top, just at the bottom. I think that means I have to bleed it. I've done it before. I don't want to do it though. But that means I have to live with being cold. I don't want to live with being cold. I don't like it. I was thinking about eating more food again, even though I ate all that bacon. I don't know if I can stomach it. I also do slightly feel ill, like I keep saying. I know I keep saying that I feel ill, but I keep feeling ill. So I don't know what else to say apart from that, because that's just the truth of what is happening. And I'm awake at 2 AM, so there's not exactly anything to do at 2 AM. Recently I've just been going out in the middle of the night, well, no, not in the middle of the night. I'm going out early in the morning. This is early in the mornings, and just going for walks and stuff. Like the last 2 days in a row I've been to McDonald's in the mornings. I just walked down there at like 5 or 6 AM, and then just got a flat white and then drank that and then came back. But oh man, I really want some Coca-Cola right now. I feel like that would make me feel better, but I haven't got any here. I haven't got anything like that. Just got tap water. I don't know if tap water is making me feel better or not. I feel like it's not. I've got nothing else to drink. I could do with something else to drink, really. Tap water, yay! I don't really like drinking tap water, but But if I've got nothing else to drink, then that's all I drink. I mean, it's my fault really. I didn't prepare to want drinks in the night time, which I should think about. Maybe, but I don't think about. So all I have is water. But you know what? If I'm going to drink water, I'm just going to drink as much water as I possibly can. Because that's something to do. I'm going to keep drinking more and more water. I could do a clean in the kitchen and doing the washing up, washing the dishes. I guess I'll do that at some point. I don't know when. I should do it now, really. I don't really want to do it now. I do want to do it, but I just don't want to do it straight away. I feel like if I want more people to watch these videos, I'm gonna have to tell people my channel name, James Jackson 1120, and it's James Atkinson. That's my channel. Check it out. That's what I'm gonna have to say to people. I guess when people see me vlogging, eventually people will ask, "Oh, what are you doing? YouTube?" And I'll be like, "Yep." And they'll be like, "Oh, what's your channel?" And I'll be like, James Jackson 1120. I guess that's how that'll work. But I don't know if I want more subscribers or anything. I kind of do. I kind of don't at the same time. You know what? It's not really a big deal. I think it's okay. I think maybe I'd like more people to watch because, I don't know, it can go places. I don't really care that much, but I don't know. It's not something I'm going to decide, really. I think that's just my plan. Is just if anyone asks me what my channel is, I'll tell them the name of it. But I'm not really going out of my way to promote it. I wouldn't even know how to. I'm noticing a lot of smaller channels popping up on my YouTube homepage, and definitely a lot of people who are giving it a go, but some people just don't post very often. I'll post every day, pretty much every day. I think maybe my videos are too long, but I don't really care. It comes out as long as it is. I just make one video a day. Probably at some point in the future they'll end up being shorter because I'll be busier. But for as long as they are at the moment, that's as long as they are. So I don't really care if it's long. So I don't see why anyone else should or would. Doesn't bother me. I'm going to try reading this Oasis book again. It's been ages since I've even bothered to do this. Let's see where I'm up to. I'm getting to the end of this one. I might be able to finish this off if I get a good bit of reading in. McGee. It made us bigger. It's a bit like a boxer taking on a lesser boxer. The minute he puts us in the ring, he made us the contenders. Noel. Every interview you are goaded into saying something about Damon, and I didn't have enough restraint or self-awareness to think this is a bit unnecessary. And I'm sure the same was happening to Blur. We would get magazine editors asking, will Oasis do the cover? And we'd say no. Well, if you don't do it, Blur are going to do it. The media was playing everybody off against each other. It wasn't manufactured, it was very, very real. Some of the things that were said were totally unnecessary. I was personally as high as a fucking kite most of the time and bang up for a verbal ruck. I remember doing an interview before going on stage, and because when I start interviews I rarely know when to stop, I said, I don't mind the guitarist, I've never met the drummer. The other two, I fucking wish they'd get AIDS and die. Liam, that was a little bit fucking harsh, wasn't it? Mine was more like, I hope they break a fingernail or get a fucking paper cut. I hope they get a boil on their nose the day they were doing the new video. It was always that kind of thing. It was never, I hope they fucking die. No, it was said with sarcasm and fucking taking the piss. The way she wrote it was quite sinister, and then the way it blew up was just the press fucking being the press. She knew it was meant sarcastically, but she chose to write it up in a manner which wasn't. Which is fine, I fucking said it, I accepted all the shit that came with it. Liam, I don't think people should be getting upset about it. It was what it fucking was. I didn't like them, they thought we were loudmouth cunts, end of. I thought we were better than them. They thought they were better than us. It's just tit for tat nonsense. But I enjoyed it. It was a laugh more than anything. I didn't go home at night and lose sleep over Blur. I'm sure they didn't over us. No. Looking back on it now, I think it's one of the greatest episodes ever in British pop music. I think it is amazing. The country came to a standstill for music, and wouldn't all of us, as music fans, give anything to be back in those days now? Now music is shit, the charts are flooded with meaningless, media-trained half-wits, and the songs are awful, written by songwriting teams in converted garages out in the home counties somewhere. Music made by idiots for idiots. Liam, thank fuck there were two bands like us around at that time. It would have been very fucking dull. All you would have had was Shed 7 and Echo Belly, Leave It Out. No. It was great because it was all about fucking music and all taking place in the charts and on top of the pops. It polarised everybody. You had to be one or the other. You couldn't be both. In the schools and playgrounds, it would be the dude with the side parting. Well, actually, I like both groups. Fuck off. You can be one or the other. I was sat by a hotel pool in Sorrento in Italy on holiday when somebody rang me and said, I think it is going to be number 2. I remember feeling slightly disappointed, but not banging my fist on the table disappointed. I remember thinking that's a shame. To be number 2 in the charts is not a big deal. Wonderwall never got to number 1 anywhere in the fucking world, and that is the song we're most famous for. Strawberry Fields has come out the same week as some tune nobody can remember by Engelbert Humperdinck and only got to number 2. There's nothing to be ashamed of. It was a brilliant and incredible time to be young and have a vested interest in the charts if you were a fan. It's all being played out on top of the pops on the news at award ceremonies and all that. Everybody larger than life, high as fuck. It influenced a whole generation like Kasabian, the Libertines, Razor like Arctic Monkeys, the Coral. Yes, we sold a lot of singles off the back of it, but what is important though is Morning Glory, the album, has more than stood the test of time. We're all pals now. We straightened it all out with Damon, and it's all cool. We seem to have become friendly. I don't know if I've got much more reading in me than that. That was a couple of pages, not a great deal. I guess he was saying Wonderwall by Oasis never went to number 1. I guess I'm not falling back to sleep then. It's 2:10 now. I always seem to be awake at night now. Well, I've been recently. Don't know how long this has been going on for. Don't know how this shifted, but it's been a gradual thing. Now I'm just on this backwards sleeping thing, so I end up awake all night and then end up going out really early in the morning. I don't mind it. I don't really hate it that much, to be honest. I actually kind of like it in a way. I definitely like going out early on when the birds are singing. That's one of the best things to do before the sun comes up. But you can just hear the birds. It's beautiful. I'm looking forward to doing that again this morning. That's going to be the highlight of the day. I think that is the highlight of the day now. I still feel sick. I still don't know what to do. I'm just going to keep drinking more water. Hopefully that'll make me feel better. I want another one of these. Basically just waiting for the world to open because it's closed at night time. If I was in London, it would still be open at night time. There'd still be things to go do. There is a 24-hour garage that's quite a walk away from here, but I could start to incorporate that into the videos for the nighttime segments. I could go over there on a mission for the vlog to get something. I might start doing that. Not right now, but maybe soon. Maybe I should just do it now. Even thinking about doing that seems like effort. I don't want to make that effort. Although it would be worth it. The reason that it'd be worth it is, you know what, actually I don't even know the reason why it'd be worth it. Maybe it wouldn't be worth it. I guess if I could be bothered to do it, then I would. But I can't really be bothered to do it. I'm gonna wait until like 5 or 6 a.m. and then try and go out. I think it's Sunday today. I guess it is Sunday, yeah. Yesterday was Saturday. I'm pretty sure the 24-hour shop is still 24-hour on a Sunday. I don't know that for certain, but I'm guessing that it is. Either way, I still want to go out and find out, because I don't know, I keep picturing the drink that I'm going to get, just a bottle of Pepsi, and that seems like everything I need right now. Thinking about it, I could just go to the 24-hour garage now and get one of those Pepsis, but that's such a long walk. I don't know if that's worth it. It's a really long walk, that one. If it was the closer shop that's nearer, then it wouldn't seem like such an effort. I obviously don't want the Pepsi that much, otherwise I would go and get it, wouldn't I? I'm just going to wait until it starts to get light. Then it's actually nice to go out. Then maybe I'll just go to McDonald's again. They sell Pepsi Max or Diet Coke or something like that. Pretty sure. That seems like a safer bet. I'm still tired, but I'm just restless as well. So I'm just lying here for a bit until I've got the motivation to go. I don't know how long that's going to take. My phone's charging up over there. I got tired of sitting in the chair watching YouTube. Got kind of boring. It starts to get annoying after a while. I don't actually like watching YouTube that much anymore. Funnily enough, since I've started making YouTube videos, now I don't really like watching YouTube videos. I think that's just because I don't feel like sitting in front of a screen as much. I'd rather be outside. I wouldn't mind being inside if I had someone to spend time with. But being by myself, it's not the same. I need a girlfriend again. When I'm lying here, I always just flip over from one side to the other because I feel like it's going to be more comfortable the other way around. And it kind of is for a bit, but then I have to do it again, and I have to do it again. I just go on like that. It's not very good. That's the restlessness that I was talking about. I used to make these vlogs really fun and silly, and then I just stopped doing that. I don't know why I stopped doing that. I should have more fun with it again. I started taking it a bit seriously at some point, and then it became a little bit less fun. Before I was just like singing and dancing, just saying weird stuff, and just having fun. That was way more fun than what I do now. At some point I just started complaining, and then the vlog just became the place that I complain. Before that, it was supposed to be fun and enjoyable. I think I need to make it fun and enjoyable again. That'll probably make me feel less sick. I've been feeling sick recently quite a lot. I think it's because I've just been too serious, to be honest. And I've not been having as much fun. I mean, and I've not felt like it having as much fun. But maybe I should have tried to encourage myself to just lighten up a little bit. I don't know. I don't know what's been going on with me. I've been going through weird transitions, you know. I'm thinking about making an egg and cheese sandwich. You know what? That's exactly what I'm going to do. If it's too much to eat, then I'll leave it until later. Let's give it a go. More food. Frying pan's still got a bit of smoky bacon fat in, so just gonna reuse that. That wasn't too long ago, so should be no big deal. So I'm gonna stick some toast in the toaster. Sorry, stick some bread in the toaster. You don't stick toast in the toaster. You stick bread in the toaster. Then, I'm gonna crack 2 eggs in here. Ooh. 1, 2. Come on, egg. Break. Right, okay. So, just those 2 eggs. I've got some more eggs over there, but I'm just going to use 2. And then I'm going to throw some cheese on top of that. And then that's it, just let that cook. That'll be the meal. Good stuff. Now I've got to clean some pots and then clean up the sides a little bit as well, I think. Okay, cleaned up a few dishes, eggs and the cheese cooking up nicely. It's looking pretty good. Toast has popped up. Spread the toast out like that. I'm going to add a bit of ketchup. I'm going to put the ketchup on the toast first. Just finish that off, empty it out. That's all the ketchup gone. And then spoon out the eggs. Give them a good slice down the middle. Chuck that on there. Egg number 1. And then egg number 2. On the other piece of toast. Et voila. Another nice little meal to keep you going. Thankfully I've started eating regularly again. That was a good meal. Another good meal. So far today, since I woke up at midnight. Did I wake up at midnight? Yeah, it's about then, wasn't it? It's now 3:36 a.m. So in the last 3.5 hours, I've had 2 packs of bacon on toast, and then 2 fried eggs, 2 fried cheesy eggs on toast as well. That's a good healthy start to the day, food-wise. Anyway, I'm feeling good now. I'm feeling much better after having eaten so much. Like I said, I was feeling sick before, but having eaten has made me feel a bit better, which is good. I've stopped taking any of these supplements that I've got here. I was taking multivitamins, magnesium, bisglycinate. Then I've got Pro Plus caffeine pills, sertraline, antidepressants. I'm not really taking any of them now. Saying that, I'm going to take some right now. Magnesium and a multivitamin. Get that down my neck and then good to go. I've got to do more washing up, even though I've just done some. Got to do some more. There's always more. These ones have got to go away first. Now I'm going to wash these ones. Anyway, right now I gotta take a pee. To the bathroom. I'm not gonna film me peeing. You don't want to see that. So, what is the more work that has to be done? I hear you ask. Well, thank you for asking. There is always more work that needs to be done. That is the answer. Cleaning. That's the number one priority right now. Number one thing that has to be done. Cleaning. I should follow on that thread about cleaning that I was on. But I ended up sitting back down in the chair. That is the truth. There is something I can do. I'm sure there is something I can do. It would be good if there was something I could do. That would be a very good thing. I would like to do more. I would. I honestly would. I think I would anyway. I'm trying to convince myself that I would. I'd most certainly like to spend less time on the internet, less time on YouTube, and more time just messing about in the world with the camera. That's way more fun. It's way more fun than sitting behind a computer desk and watching YouTube. I mean, watching YouTube's great, but I've done plenty of it. And I do plenty of it as it is. You know, there can be too much of a good thing. And it's not a good thing if you do too much of it. I think I've just done too much of it. I've reached the point where I'm like, oh no, I can't even do this anymore. Like, I just take one look at the screen and I'm like, oh no. No more, please. Please, no more. But I've not got a suitable replacement for what to do instead. So I really need to rack my brains and think more carefully. I mean, that's why I decided to sell this house and go and move, because at least I'll be, thinking on my feet every day, always going from one place to another. At least for a good portion of the day. Obviously, I'll still have to sleep and everything like that, but I'd like it to be that if I'm not sleeping, I'm basically vlogging. And if I'm vlogging, then I'm active and actively doing something. Unless I'm editing a video, which is when I should be on the computer. But apart from that, I don't want to be spending that much time watching YouTube content or anything like that. I've had enough of being a consumer. Now I'm trying to be a creator. Well, it's not that I'm trying to be a creator. I just feel like that's what I want to do more. I mean, it's like it's just reached a point where it's become an inevitability. So, you can't argue with the inevitable. So yeah, I really have to stay away from my keyboard and my computer. Stop just gravitating towards it over and over and over again. It's not good. It's not doing me any favors. I don't know what to do though now if I'm not doing that. I mean, being outside is most definitely 100% the thing I should be doing more than anything. But I let the idea of what time it is sort of stop me from just going out and about, because it's 10 to 4 in the morning. So I think, oh, I can't go out. It's 10 to 4 in the morning. I mean, it's not true, is it? Like, I can't go out. Obviously, I can go out if I want to. Of course, I can. But I don't know. I've still got some of that sort of programming going on through thought processes that are keeping me thinking like that, even though I realise that I don't want to, even though I realise that I don't like that. So, I mean, if I'm going to follow my own advice, I should get up and go out, like, right now. But I know that I'm not going to do that because I don't know what it is that's inside of me. There's still something that's there that's stopping me from doing what it is that I really want to do. And I guess it's that I don't really want to do it in a way, because I've got the thought of like, oh, it's not safe to go outside at this time. I mean, it pretty much is safe most of the time, almost all the time. I mean, it has been pretty much safe pretty much all the time for me. Almost every time I've gone out. I mean, there's been times where things have happened that worried me or whatever, and that makes me think twice. But I don't know. I can't stop things from happening if I want to go live my life. Like, it's not safe to go and live life at all. It's not safe to be alive. It's very unsafe to be alive. But if you want to feel alive whilst you're alive, you have to risk being unsafe. Otherwise, you never quite feel alive whilst you're alive. I'd actually argue that feeling unsafe is part of what makes you feel alive, really. It's taking risks that is where you get stimulation. Otherwise, you're just unstimulated, numb, insensitive. That's not good, is it? That's when you're unhappy, that's when you're depressed. Because you stay inside, because you allow your fear to dominate you and to win. So you think that you can't do what it is that you want to do because you have reasons, because you have excuses as to what it is that's stopping you. But what it is that's stopping you is fear and the illusion of it not being safe. You don't know that it's not safe. You don't have physical evidence to show you that your senses can actually perceive. It's just an imaginary image, an illusory idea of what you think is going on outside that stops you from doing what it is that you want to do, going where it is that you want to go. Obviously, I'm talking to myself right now, as it's kind of a self-therapy to try and overcome my own fears. But yeah, anyway, it's nearly 4 a.m. now. I don't think I'm ready to go out yet because nothing's open. I mean, I could go out and just walk around even though nothing's open. Maybe I will do that. There's no real point in doing it, but there's no real point in staying here either. There's no real point in doing anything. But you have to pick something to do. And it would be... it's always like a refreshing change to get out of the house for a bit. And then at least when I do come back in the house and end up inevitably back on the computer, I feel like better about it because I've been out for some period of time. And so it seems to make more sense to be inside on the computer when I've already been out. I've got to keep those in the inside time and the outside time balanced, because otherwise it becomes painful to be inside, to have had too much time doing the same activity. Which, if I'm indoors, basically all I do is sit behind the computer and look at the screen. And it would be good if I was doing more than that, but you know, I'm just being honest about what it is that I actually do most of the time. Most of the time what I do is sit at my computer. So I want to change that, and I've decided to change that. So I'm going to reprioritize making my life a physical life of effort in a physical sense. So yeah, it's 4 a.m. Just left the house. It's very quiet, it's very dark. Sunday morning. It's a bit spooky. It's not reached that nice time yet. The birds aren't singing yet. Probably at least another hour or two before the birds start singing. But it is nice and cold, which is a refreshing change. And it's good to look at bricks and buildings and streets and trees and lampposts and signs and windows and chimneys and cars and all of the stuff that's real stuff, rather than just looking at pictures on a screen, sitting there in the same chair again for another day. More of the same repetitive activity, useless and pointless consumption of content on the internet. What a brain drain. What a waste of life. I really am wasting my time doing that. But like I said, that's what I'm going to change. That's what I'm going to do differently. I'm going to get out much more often. I'm going to try and stay active, and if possible, even try to get some sort of physical labour sort of job so that I'm staying fit and active. I mean, if I can't get a job kind of doing physical labour, I can always get a gym membership and then just dedicate my time to doing that and going there. But definitely going to be focusing a lot more on physical exercise and a lot less on just sitting around in the house. That's the biggest waste of time that I'm spending energy on. Sitting around in the house. Vlogging is good, vlogging is productive, and I most definitely want to keep up doing the vlogging. I just want to be out and about more, doing more activity, and only really using the computer if it's necessary to do so, in order to put my vlog together. Otherwise, I don't want to be really using the computer at all. I don't really want to be in the house at all. I want to completely maximise my time spent outside. Every day should be the overwhelming majority of the day. The overwhelming majority of the time in the day should be spent outside doing something active. I mean, really, I should be making money. That should be another priority that I actually give more time and attention to. So really, I should be working for someone somewhere, or making my own money for myself. I mean, it would be good if I was making money through YouTube or through TikTok, or through YouTube and TikTok. That would be ideal. But I'm not banking on the idea that that's going to happen. At least not anytime soon, I don't believe. So, in the meantime, I do want to feel like I'm, making an income, and maximising the time and the energy that I actually have in order to give me something back from it. I always watch this guy on YouTube called London Eats, and there's another one called London Hustle, and they both just drive around. Hang on, I'll show you a little view. I'm in the park at the moment. They both just ride around London on their electric bikes or their mopeds, doing Uber Eats or Deliveroo or Just Eat deliveries. And I'm thinking that would be the ideal thing for me to do, quite possibly. It sounds like something I'd actually really enjoy doing. Being outdoors, being active. I mean, it's on a bike, it's not active in terms of like physical exertion, but it's moving around, That's the kind of thing I like to do, to be moving around. That's what I mean when I say active. And you can make between £100 to £200 a day doing deliveries. And the thing about doing those deliveries is you can work as much as you want. I don't think there's a maximum limit to how much you can work. I think you can work as much as you feel like doing. So that means it's not like other jobs where there's like a max wage that you're going to earn. If you decide to do more hours, then you get more money. And right now, the way I feel is like, I'd just like to do as many hours as I possibly can, take on as much work as I possibly can, and dedicate myself to just trying to make as much money as I possibly can, and just see how much money I can actually make, just as a challenge for my own self. That to me sounds like a worthwhile goal, an exciting thing to do. And then once I'm sort of bored of that, or I've calmed down a bit and don't feel like I want to work quite as hard, then I can go spend that money, go doing whatever I want to, but go and work on whatever I want to do with that money. So take that money and put that back into creating more work for myself, either creating music or creating music videos or creating more elaborate YouTube videos. But my biggest focus right now is putting more time and energy back into these YouTube videos and just carrying on with this, and seeing how this adds up to, you know, a lifestyle after a year or so, or 2 years or 3 years. I see myself like I'm in this for the long term, because I don't really see anything stopping me at this point. It's something that I now really like to do, and I'm still motivated to continue doing it. So I think that's exactly what I'm going to do, and I'm going to come up with other solutions as to what to do, you know, for the content of the video along the way. But I'm still going to keep doing the video. The content of the video could be anything. It could be me working, and I'm not opposed to getting a regular job if it's a job that's a good job, making good money, and it's a bit of hard work and a bit of labour. That's exactly the kind of thing I'd like to do, to be working away and to feel like I'm earning money. For me, that's a great feeling. So I'm not work shy. I really want to work, and I want to work a lot more than I am doing. I want to work a lot more often, a lot more regularly. But fingers crossed, once the house is sold, that'll be exactly what I'm doing. Once the house is sold, I'm pretty much not going to stop working at all. Then I'll just be full on, balls to the wall, travelling, making YouTube videos, and just looking to help people out along the way, find odd jobs along the way. I'll be happy to help people out as I travel, as I move, as I go around. Just get involved with new people, different people, do different things, put my hand to different things, try out different hobbies, different interests, try out different kinds of work, but keep moving, keep travelling. Don't spend too much time in one place. Just keep focused on making these vlogs, putting these videos together, talking to the camera, and just living life. But definitely putting my head down and working hard. That's the most important thing. That's the emphasis. I'm not slacking anymore. I'm not wasting any more time. I'd like to really focus in now and do as much as I can, as often as I can. That's my newly developed philosophy, that is not newly developed, that I've already had for quite some time, but this is just a reminder to myself as to what my goals are, what my priorities are, what is important to me, what I would like to achieve, and how I'm going to achieve it. That's all this is, a note to self, but a note to the viewer as well, to update you and share with you what my plans are. That was a good walk. That was the perfect amount. Around about 20 minutes. Walk and talk. Late at night. It's quiet, it's cold. It's a great time because I can really focus on my thoughts and what I'm saying, because there's no one else around. It's actually the perfect time to focus on me specifically, without anybody else's noises getting involved. So I'm going to keep up doing something like that more often, just to walk around the neighbourhood. Short walk, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, do a few laps, then come back, just process that a little bit, and then do it again. Go back out again for more. It's only just gone 4:10 now. I'm looking at the screen on YouTube and it says Anna Kendrick, it's not where you start, it's where you finish. Kennedy Center Honors. Food Diaries with BKFC fighter Chaz Bad News Wasserman. Alone with God, 3 hours of deep peace. Ben Shapiro versus Anna Kasparian, full debate. Last Nights in Vegas, Mini Minter, 1.5 million views 10 years ago, 12 minutes 59. The Kitchen Nightmares episode that made Gordon Ramsay quit, Fat Mima, 14 minutes and 4 seconds, The Kitchen Nightmare. YouTube GB Home Shorts subscriptions. Gary Eats, Powerful JRE, Madeline RG, Quiet Shepherd, Auditing Britain, Piers Morgan Uncensored, Charles Veach, Show More, History, Playlists, Watch Later, 10 Degrees C, Mostly Cloudy, Search, Netflix, Tim Sheaf, Purple Bricks, Managed Feedback, YouTube, Last Hours, £1 million in tech. Just reading everything that's on the screen. I don't know why. Why not? So I do think McDonald's is open at this time, and maybe I should go down there and just get a Coke. Or I could go to that 24-hour petrol garage that I was talking about. It's 4 a.m. now, so I don't know when else would be a good time to go out, but to be honest, the way that I'm feeling, I think I really need to go out more and more. Can't be staying in the house too much. It's nice for a bit, but then it's nice to be outside for a bit. I've just got to stay in a place where it's nice. Not thinking too much about what's going to happen or anything like that. That's always what gets into my head, is thinking about going outside and it being 4 a.m. It's as if something really bad is going to happen because it's 4 a.m, which just never happens. It never has happened, not to me. And, so I don't know why I fear that. It's all just the noise of what people say and what people think and the way that they over-exaggerate everything to seem scary and stuff. It's not scary if you don't think it's scary, I think being out at night is just as scary as it is being out in the day. If anything, it's less scary because there's less people. I just went out for like 20 minutes. I didn't see a single person. So what was scary about that? There's literally nothing scary about that, is there? I do also think having this camera in my hand is a pretty good form of protection if I did need one, which I don't think I do, to be honest. But yeah, anyway, I'm back outside again, as you can see, reluctantly. I don't like it, but it's what I'm going to have to do to get over myself, the pattern, the habit of behaviour that I'm in, which is not causing good things to happen, is me being overly fearful and not wanting to go out, and just continuing to allow that idea of there being a reason to fear to take hold over me and to win. And because I don't want to be afraid, it means I've got to do something about that in order to actually train myself into not fearing. So that means experience through exposure. It's the only thing that can really actually remove the physical fear from, your body as it understands its relationship to the world. Because you have basically just a set of automatic processes that are going on throughout your body, and that's just reacting to stimulus, whether that's from outside or from the thoughts that you have, and the thoughts that you create, and the thoughts that you continue to circulate. So at some point you have to start to become aware of these automatic processes that are going on, and you have to start to question the necessity of it or the utility of it. And for me, when it comes to fear, if I realise that I have a fear, then that's one of the first things that I think, I don't want to have a fear. So that means that I have to do something about it. That means I have to challenge myself to step into the discomfort or the uncomfortability of not knowing what's going to happen. But not pathologising that in a mental kind of way, but exploring my reactions to that through actual physical activity, which means going outside and going for a walk. So that's what I'm doing, because I've reached the point where I started thinking I've become a little bit agoraphobic, I think is the right word, where it's become like I'm scared of leaving the house. And I don't want that to continue. And I've noticed just a little bit of it, enough of it, to make me start to think, alright, this is like a behaviour that I have to train myself out of. I've got to do some exposure therapy. And what better time to do it than the time that actually causes the reactionary state? Because it's not like during the day I have any sort of thought or question about if it's safe to go out. I just go out because that's the natural thought for, I'd say, the majority of people, is that, well, that's the normal time that you go out of the house and you do things. And for a lot of people that's perfectly fine by them. But because I've been awake all night recently, then it means that I'm noticing much more clearly and much more obviously all these different thought patterns that surround the relationship to time, the relationship to darkness, to nighttime, to the unknown, and all the projections of possibilities of situations that are creating so-called reasons to fear. Like, I just want to go out and face everything and be ready for anything and not be scared in the face of that which might be scary. I mean, I don't want to be afraid of fear itself. Like, to feel fear is perfectly natural, but there's no reason for me to fear feeling afraid, because that would mean trying to keep myself away from situations, circumstances, or possibilities of actualities that are in any way foreseeably going to cause me to feel a reactionary state such as fear. it's like, well, there's part of me that kind of thinks like, oh, if I feel afraid, like, how exciting, like, that's pretty cool. You know, there's different ways to think about it. Like, there's a very small distinction between fear and excitement. Like, to be excited about something is seen as a positive. To be fearful is seen as a negative. But I would basically explain them as both being very similar, if not the same feelings. So your actual relationship to those feelings and thoughts is all just to do with the personal interpretation that you make of experience. It's not that the experiences themselves have any inherent quality. It's that your interpretation of those experiences gives them as much of their qualities as they give themselves without your consciousness. Anyway, so it's still super dark. I've not seen a single person yet. It is Sunday morning, but it's not really common for anyone to be out at this sort of time. Pretty much any day of the week. Well, except for me. I mean, I've seen a couple of people around here and there when I've been going out around these times. But I think this is probably the earliest that I've been over to McDonald's. Last couple of days, I think I went there around about 5 and about 6, I think, and it's about 4 now. I'm pretty sure it's open because I'm pretty sure it's 24 hours. So I should be able to go in there. I'll get like a large Coke Zero, something like that, and then drink that, and then just walk back. But you know, it's just that because I've flipped my sleeping schedule, this is now my daytime. So my daytime time is out here in the middle of the night, and it means all the sort of happy, usual, normal things people go out and do and enjoy during the day when they're on that sleep cycle. I'm doing them now, and that means having to constantly remind myself to overcome all these ideas about what darkness means and about what time means what, about safety or insecurity and things like that. I mean, it's not that any of that is true fundamentally, or it's not that it's any less or more true than it is during the day. I don't necessarily believe that, you know, more terrible things happen at night than they do during the day. I don't necessarily agree with that, because much less of anything happens at night. I know that from experience, like being out now. I've seen a couple of cars, 2 or 3, and I've literally seen 0 people, not even 1 person. So how can bad things happen at night when there's no one around? It's not possible, is it? Whereas in the day, there's obviously thousands of people around. So I could quite easily flip that whole idea on its head for anyone who still fundamentally wants to protect themselves from their own fears. It's like, I just don't want to protect myself from my own fears. I want to recognize them, and then I want to challenge them, and I want to face them so that I can overcome them and grow in courage and then no longer fear. That's what I want to do. And so because that's what I want to do, that is what I am going to do, and that is what I'm doing. I'm doing it right now. So I'm not going to allow these people to try and keep working to convince me of anything other than what is my fundamental right. I am allowed to go out anytime I want to. There's no reason that I shouldn't. I mean, people will try to convince you that you shouldn't in order to placate them of their fears if they're out. Which doesn't make any sense as an individual, because I could be just as fearful as they are, and there's no way to say who has an advantage over the other person, or if there is an advantage. I don't need to consider any of that because I'm not looking to engage with anybody. I'm just having a walk, buying a drink, and then having a walk back. That's it. Wow, there's a lot of people in McDonald's there. I'm quite surprised by how many people were there. All seemed very drunk, inebriated from the night out. I saw someone I recognised and said hello. Got myself a Coke Zero. Now headed back home. God, it's been a long time since I was out at 4:30 AM in a McDonald's after drinking a lot. I've definitely done it plenty of times. Not for a long time. Can't see myself doing that anytime soon either, really. I'm really just focusing on YouTube videos. Coke Zero is pretty good. Not quite as refreshing as I thought it would be. It tastes a little bit funny. But the service at McDonald's was very quick, so that's good. And the people that were in there having fun and ordering their food from being on a night out, they weren't harmful anyway. They were all very happy and seemed friendly enough, so you know, that's a welcomed experience. It was good. I'm glad I've been out to McDonald's this morning, so I'm going to continue now the walk back and then get back to the house again, start rethinking again there what to do next. I'm going to go back to the same trope I was saying before, is that I'm endeavouring now to keep active and to stay busy physically with as much activity, as much exercise as I can tolerate, and I'm going to keep pushing myself just that little bit further than I would like to, just to get that slight edge on the results. I think that's the crucial thing about exercise, is to get what it is that you're looking for. You've got to feel like you can't carry on, but then keep carrying on, you know, time and time and time again. That's where all the progress is. That's where you gain momentum, is by getting through that difficulty every time. It's not about not going through the difficulty, because it's inevitable. You're going to go through it, and you shouldn't seek to avoid the difficulty, but just be ready for it when it appears and remind yourself, I'm going to go through. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to give up. I'm not gonna whine. You know, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep pressing on, regardless. And that's the kind of ethos, the kind of mentality that gets you through difficult times, trials and tribulations, hardship, all of the above. It's not that that's ever going to stop or go away. It's just that you have to learn how to respond to it, how to embrace it, and how to make the most out of it. You do have the ability to turn a negative into a positive. You're not without that ability. And if you think you are, think again. Because if I can do it, anyone can do it. And I've done it so many times. Turned so many negatives into positives. Turned so many situations around. And I brought myself out of the darkness and into the light countless times. And I'm sure that I will countless times again. Okay. Made it back to the house. Safe and sound. All in one piece. Here's my order. Large Diet Coke, number 58. That was a pretty hefty walk, about 40 minutes. So I'm going to take a bit of time off to chill. Just let myself calm down a bit. And I'm going to plug this camera in, let it charge up. Alright, I've been a good boy. I've allowed the camera to get full charge. It's now 5:38 AM and wow, it's still dark. It's still pitch black outside. I can't believe it. Oh my god. I went out over an hour ago. An hour and a half ago was when I went out to go to McDonald's. It's still not even light yet. How is that possible? Okay, so I'm making shorter videos now, so I'm going to end this video here and I'll be back again for the next one.